How's it going, everybody? This is Rotten Ryan. Welcome to episode 21 of the Weekly Grind, where we grind for 3 hours looking for an epic piece of loot, but never seem to find it. Except tonight's only going to be 2 hours. I'm starting to fall in too much of a rhythm with this damn intro. Uh,
Yeah.
as always, I got Daryl with me. Hey,
Yeah.
dude, I was taking a sip of my energy drink. Fuck off.
Yeah,
always,
tell me to fuck off. You're drinking your energy drink in the middle of your intro.
Yeah, I just told you I was getting too good at the intro. I needed to fuck it up at least once.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Daryl with me as always. Today's John Apocalypse is joining us, and we've got no topics. This is just a straight chaos show. If anybody watching wants on, just find us on Twitter and yell at us, and we'll get you on.
Do it.
Yeah, if you want to talk about the protein world shit going on, you want to talk about anything else Gamergate related, let us know. We will. I don't really know much, so you'd probably be filling me in more than anything else. I'm kind of aware with the protein world thing.
Do you want to come on, Marco?
Yeah, Marco, if you want to come on, fucking feel free. But yeah, as far as the protein world stuff goes, before we do our games of the week, what exactly happened with that? I understand like they made an ad and
I don't
people
know.
were saying like, oh, it's photoshopped or it's not real or you're making us feel insecure.
Yeah.
Well, it's real because they'll add some like the London Undergrounds, apparently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been following this shit. All I know is a bunch of thin-skinned fucking whiners got mad that somebody was portraying bodies in a way that they didn't fucking.
I don't relate to that. I'm not thin and sexy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But they basically told him to fuck off, from what I understand. So, yeah.
And fucking Marco in the chat, bunch of nerds.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's why I invited him on, because,
He's there.
we nerds know our own. But no, yeah, my understanding is that the magazine just basically told him, to fucking grow a thicker skin. So I was kind of cool with that.
Marco said the Pac-Man interviews is one thing that happened. What happened there? Is anybody keeping track on that?
You know what? I haven't bothered to keep up on that either, man. But I have a very limited understanding of it, and from what I understand, Pac-Man interviewed like Christina Hoff Sommers and Vox Day and whatnot, and put some fucking clickbaity titles on those videos when he popped them up on his YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I haven't really followed the full. And yeah, like Marco says, the Honey Badgers got expelled from the Calgary Expo.
What is that? Okay, okay, I'm behind the times, dude.
Well, the Honey Badgers.
What
happened is the Honey Badgers raised some money. They crowdsourced some cash to go to the Calgary Expo, and they were gonna, they were there, speaking out against censorship and whatnot, and they had some Gamergate paraphernalia there too, some posters and whatnot, and I guess a bunch of people found out they were there and whined on social media, people who weren't anywhere near the expo, were like, basically remove these people, because, for all intents and purposes, it comes down to an ideological thing. Like, the Honey Badgers are men's rights, a men's rights group, and they are very anti-censorship and whatnot, and very sympathetic to Gamergate. They're not necessarily Gamergaters, but sympathetic. And so, yeah, and I think it was that loose affiliation with Gamergate that got people whining about, and I guess the Calgary Expo is kind of SJW territory. Yeah.
Dude, what expo is it nowadays, though? Like, let's be honest about that for a second. It seems like every expo, like, they fucking have majority rules over this shit.
Well, I was gonna say I've been to MCM London because that's more like anime folks, but I've been there and still stuff like hentai and love pillows.
Right. Well, I just wanted to wrap this explanation up real quick. But basically, long story short, the Calgary Expo kicked them out, changed their story as to why several times. First, it was because they were alleging that the Honey Badgers were going from booth to booth harassing people, and that they interrupted a Q&A session and disrupted it and whatnot. And those things were proven to be lies because the Honey Badgers have a fucking philosophy that they basically record everything, and so they put that footage from, or the audio stuff from the the presentation that they supposedly disrupted up on YouTube, which proved that it wasn't anything disruptive at all. They were accused of misrepresenting themselves under false pretenses to get into the show, and then it was found out that no, they actually put Honey Badger Brigade on their thing, and that's what they were listed in under the Expo's little fucking guest list thing or whatever. So basically, they got kicked out over ideological differences, and the both the Calgary Expo and everybody else who's written or spoken about it is basically lied out of their asses. And the Honey Badgers, I guess one of the most recent developments is Karen Strawn and a bunch of other people were on one of the Honey Badger shows talking about taking legal action. They haven't really discussed what that means as of yet, but they said if you're interested, keep your ears open, and they'll discuss what that means and how we can help in the future. And it's funny because like one of the things that annoyed the fuck out of me, aside from that incident itself, was that Mark Waid, he's a storied comic book writer, not always everybody's cup of tea, but he's written some good stories like Kingdom Come I think that was it. I don't know. I don't read his shit, but what's that? That was him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So not a bad story, but he upon hearing that the Honey Badgers had been kicked out, he congratulated the Calgary Expo for kicking out a hate group. So he jumped on the bandwagon and kind of quickly compared Gamergate to the KKK and whatnot, and basically when people kind of pointed out what all this shit really was, that the Honey Badgers weren't in a hate group and neither was Gamergate, he doubled down instead and just became typical MRA scum, or not MRA rather, but SJW scum. And it's just funny how how these people go. But yeah, basically I really feel for Allison and the Honey Badgers because and Marco makes a good point. Apparently the Calgary Expo violated city law by expelling the people over ideology. So yeah, I don't know. But basically there are shit tons of videos out there, so if you're even remotely interested, go check out Karen Strawn's channel here on YouTube, and check out the links. I mean, they're floating all over Twitter, so just check the Calgary Expo hashtag, and I'm sure you'll find more info. Considering I am trying to quit smoking and I cannot keep a coherent thought in my head for more than 2 seconds, I'm not going to be able to do it justice it deserves. But that didn't stop me from rambling on for 10 minutes.
Marco, you are kind of just our little cyber freak here, dude. You're kind of blowing up the chat. You want to do me a favor and find me one of them links, and I'll retweet it after I watch it and everything. That'd be great. Just tweet it to me so I can see what's going on there.
Yeah, it's a really fucked up thing because Allison, she's a comic book writer, comic book artist. She's got her own little strip up on her website and whatnot. And she went to the expo in part to promote that. And basically, she got into a tiff with Mark Waid. She was like, "Well, so Mark, you're anti-censorship, but do you support censorship of women? Because that is exactly what happened. And he did the typical SJW thing, which is like, feign ignorance and don't acknowledge your double standards, and basically, double down on the dickheadedness and whatnot. And it was a spectacle because she pretty much blew him the fuck out, and I'm like, yeah. But basically, Gamergate has been one long, repeated lesson in how important it is not to meet your heroes, or at least people whose work you kind of like.
So what, you're telling me that me wishing for Total Biscuit to be on tonight's show was probably not a good idea?
Well, no, see, Total Biscuit's not, Total Biscuit's not a dick. I mean, he's had...
Well, I don't know. That all kind of depends on who you ask.
Well, no, he's had a history of doing kind of dickish things here and there, but for the most part, he's got his shit
not
together.
Being on my show on my birthday.
You hear that, TB? If on the off chance that you should happen to listen to this, Rye says you're a dick for not being on his show. Not understanding that calling you a dick for not being on a show means you probably never will be. But yeah, the Honey Badgers thing happened, and then I guess
I'm gonna just start dropping names. I'm gonna start putting Twitter names out there for people to, because these people told me that Total Biscuit will never be on my show, and I want everybody who watches this to fucking go and be like, how in the fuck are you gonna tell somebody on their birthday that one of their heroes will never appear on their show? Like, you are an asshole.
Well, they destroyed your hopes and dreams, man. That's what they gave you for your birthday. You shattered hopes and dreams. Happy birthday, Rye. You stole this husk of a man. Yeah. Hey, so I heard Ralph got kicked out of a convention today for kind of being stalkerish with Brianna Wu.
Really?
I guess he went there to do some
Was there
coverage.
not an Arby's around, or what?
What's that?
Was there no Arby's in the vicinity, or what?
Right. Well, the look on, there's a video floating around. You can pinpoint the moment Brianna Wu realizes that Ralph had taken a picture of her and put it up on Twitter. You know, her face is like, oh my god. Yeah, you know, you would have thought at that point that she had been getting right behind an Arby's. You know, that's what it looked like. But no, I mean, I don't know. I guess Ralph's he went to collect some material for his site and. Just kind of went about it the Ralph way and got ejected from the panel. Apparently, they were pretty cool about it and let him stay at the event or the expo or whatever the hell he went to itself. But he just got kicked out of the panel, which is kind of appropriate, I guess. I don't know, but he didn't do anything
Was he the one
wrong.
who tweeted out the picture of Zoe Quinn?
No, he did a Brianna Wu picture today. It's up on the Twitter.
Somebody tweeted out one of Zoe.
I don't know.
I can't remember what they said about it, but it made me chuckle.
Right. Speaking of which,
oh my god, I'm scrolling down my fucking Twitter feed trying to find this picture, and I'd literally stop in my track at two fucking naked chicks, just like, okay, what's happening here?
Right. But you know, speaking of hilarity, man, we did a what's that fucking indie movie that just came out? The indie game movie? I don't know what it's called.
Which one are you talking about?
The new one that just came out recently. It's a big. It should be called Circle Jerk the movie.
Oh, is it another indie game or whatever?
Yeah. I mean, it's. Yeah,
it's a GTFO thing.
Yeah, it's well, it's weird because it's got like Ben Kuchera in it. It's got John Romero.
Oh, I saw people taking images of Ben on that.
Yeah. Well, see, we did a commentary track on it the other night where we gave it the MST3K treatment, and I'm hoping that comes out at some point because it's pretty hilarious.
God, I want to listen to that.
You know, somebody observed that fucking none of the footage of Zoe Quinn was shot from anywhere, but you know, it was all shot from the waist up, and you know, I think it was determined that they didn't have a wide enough lens to, so we.
God.
Nah, but it was all tongue-in-cheek stuff, you know, and all meant to be in good humor, you know.
Yeah. That's why I still can't find the picture. Cause somebody said something about it and it made me chuckle, and I really wanted to read this, but it's I don't know. I think it's just buried.
Marco linked to V's interview. V's cool, very cool. He did a show with Sargon and one of the crazy SJW chicks. And she was just awful, and I can't believe that either of them were able to keep their shit together in the face of that.
Well, wait, you talk about Sargon keeping his shit together?
Yeah.
Well, Sargon, at least for the most part.
Sargon's usually pretty mellow.
Yeah, I was gonna say he really doesn't get riled up easily. Like I think you're mistaking him for King of Hole.
Well, but see, and it's not their natures that's in question. It's just in the face of what they were dealing with, anybody would have lost it.
Yeah.
This is a person who was just, I mean, like 10 minutes in, and it was like I wanted to throttle her and just be like, listen, shut up and let these guys talk. But yeah, it was some awful stuff, but he's a real good guy. He's got an interview with Karen, according to Marco, and he linked it in the chat, so check it out. Karen's awesome, man.
I tried to get Sargon on the show once a long time ago, but
yeah.
Well, I think there's too much of a time difference there.
Well, that we've got all the presence and authority of a fucking, I don't know.
Snails.
What's that?
A bunch of snails.
Yeah, right. We're climbing. We're climbing the social media charts.
We're just leaving a slime trail in case we get lost.
Yeah, right.
Find our way back.
Yeah, one of these days we'll climb out of sub-zero fucking temperatures and fucking
into the sun, and then somebody pull salt on us and kill us and push us back down.
Oh yeah. But anyway, What else we got going on?
Uh, Not much. Unless, like I said, unless people want to throw topics at us, like that's that works too. But we can go into the games we've been playing this week. I guess we can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I am actually in between games. I'll be honest. I have Mortal Kombat, but I'm not in the mood to sit down and learn combos and shit right now, and I don't want to hop online and just spam specials with people because I figure that's not really the way to play that game and be good at it. So
Right.
I did finish up Hyrule Warriors this week though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at least the story anyway. I'm not fucking hitting level 255 anytime soon.
All right. How'd
It's
you?
actually torn.
What's that?
I was looking at the marketplace for Xbox One, and like, I was trying to find new shit to buy, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, DMC Definitive Edition. Do I really want to do this? Like, do I really want to get this fucking game?
How much was it?
I think it's 60 because it's the
60.
yeah,
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
it's the Definitive Edition thing. So
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Wait, is it 60? What am I saying?
It's the fancy name for director's cut, basically.
yeah,
I don't think it comes with anything different, so it should be only $40, my understanding.
it might be. I don't know. Like I said, I really didn't look at it. Like, I was skimming over it, saw it, was like, oh man, do I really want to do this? Because my whole thing is like, what, Witcher comes out in what, 2 weeks, right?
I'm gonna say it's £35 here. It's £10 cheaper on Amazon. So you might as well just get it there.
Yeah, see, I'd rather just download it and we'll play it today, though. That's my thing.
Right.
It's like, I still have a fuck ton of games on the 360 that I could even go back and play.
Right. Well, do it. Play it. Stop buying new games and play the ones you already own.
Like,
You can get it. You can get it for $39.99. So don't pay any more than that.
Alright.
Don't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm feeling torn. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just fucking. I'm in this weird spot where I want to buy something new, but I don't know if I should commit and do it or if I should just hold off and wait for The Witcher.
Right. Well, hold off. It's probably going to be a little bit more robust of a game. It'll give you some fucking.
Marker wants to know what we have to say about the fatality tokens on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I read that.
I'm okay. Now I haven't played it for a while, but from what I understand, they nerfed the amount of coins you get for fights. So, like, my concern so much isn't about the fatality tokens. Like, yeah, that's fucked up, but whatever, it is what it is. You're not forced to, buy the fatality tokens or anything.
Is it really?
You're gonna get bored of the. There's only 2 fatalities for each character. You're gonna get bored of those fatalities relatively quick.
Well, there is like faction kills, but they're even easier than fatalities.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, you have like what, 5 brutalities, and then you have 2 fatalities for each character, I think.
Yeah, and then there's faction kills, which are it's the same thing with every character. Though you pick a faction, then you get some number of like they're really easy, but they're really crappy fatalities. Like there's this one where just like you just like your opponent just gets stuff, but those shurikens just thrown at you. And this one where he just gets his head removed and just boring crap. It's not really that.
But
Because it's like hold and block and press forward 2 times.
I just want to say, like, the biggest thing about like the spendable monetizable shit for that, or not monetizable, is it monetized? I don't know, fucking words. Anyway, my biggest issue with that isn't even the
DLC.
It's the crypt thing. The fact that you can spend $20 to unlock the crypt, because by them lowering the amount of coins you get for each fight, they're just trying to make that seem more enticing.
Of course they are. Yeah. And see, in that respect, I find it really skeevy. Like if it was just something that you could do just to get all that shit out of the way, real quick, just fine. If it was just a choice, but it's when they start doing stuff that takes it out of the realm of choice, and puts it into the fucking realm of like, do I want to fucking grind this game for 6 years to finally collect everything to, I need to open every crypt.
Exactly, and dude, that's the thing is some of these fucking chests in there are like $6,000. It depends. Like I said, I haven't played it since they've apparently lowered the coin count.
Right.
But if you're telling me, like, let's say at max I get 100 coins per victory, some of these fucking things are like $6,000.
Yeah.
I have to win 600 fucking matches to fucking.
That's decidedly not cool. And,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
No, starting
that's the
60
Facebook
matches,
model
right?
there.
I don't know. I had to run some stupid excessive amount of fucking matches to get it. I don't fucking care.
Right. That's the Facebook model, where you can hypothetically play most of the free-to-play games without ever needing to put in money, but they're structured in such a way where if you want to play more than a couple rounds or whatever, you're having to dump cash, and that's exactly what they're doing with Mortal Kombat. It's kind of despicable. Like, if it's just a choice, like if you say like, okay, well, if you want to, you can unlock the crypt, in its entirety, with the $20 purchase, but it's not required. That's okay. But yeah, when you start making the payout so low where if I want to see any of this shit before the second coming of Christ, I have to pay for it, then we got a problem.
Yeah. Especially like how Marco says that a lot of the fatalities and brutalities and stuff are locked in the crypt. Like the only way to get that stuff is to, go to the crypt and buy it. And even then, it doesn't tell you what you're buying whenever you click it. It's a gamble.
I was gonna say you could just look online for the fatalities.
Yeah, like I'm sure people
tell you what to get.
I would say I'm sure people have mapped it out and everything, but I'm just saying that, like, as far as if you're just going in there and taking the gamble, you don't know what the fuck you're buying.
Yeah.
Are all the are they all random, or is it like the old games where unlocking a certain thing will it'll always be
anymore. Yeah. There's no color anymore.
Oh.
Like how you had your Onyx coins and your your Sapphire and your Emerald coins. They're all just one color coin now. So you don't know what you're buying until you click purchase. Like I said, I'm sure people online have mapped out the crypt so you know what is where.
That's what I'm saying. Everything is in the same place for everybody.
I don't know. I'd hope so. I'd hope it wouldn't be that janky. They did?
It is.
Okay.
I know. I played the game. It is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, see, I've gone into the crypt and bought some shit, but I came out with like 4 new brutalities and I think 4 new brutalities and like 4 pieces of art and a piece of music, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. The fuck, dude. But
I'm unimpressed with some of the. I mean, some of the brutalities look awesome, but some of them are kind of like underwhelming, man. Like, I don't know what I expected, but
Well, you say that, but I know a lot of people who like will do a fatality and then they just are like turned off by the game because of just how brutal it is. And it's like, what the fuck? Did you not play Mortal Kombat 9? Could you not see that it was going this route? Like,
oh yeah, the murder, the amount of murder.
The X-ray move alone. I did an X-ray move. One of my friends watched me do it, and he was like, "They should be dead right now. Like, how the fuck?" Is like, dude, fuck it. I don't care. The game is amazing. Fuck off. Like,
have you seen Cassie Cage's X-ray?
Yeah, fucking uppercuts to the fucking balls, and actually, like you use X-rays and you watch them explode.
Yeah.
Her fatality is kind of awesome.
And then, like, the final part of it,
selfie fatality.
She takes her fucking guns after clapping them into the dude's people's temple and fucking points them out to their eyes and shoots.
Yeah.
But that's even like Scorpion's fatality. He hits you with a fucking spear through your skull.
I saw this funny webcomic today. It was like pretty much like Scorpion finished off the guy with the X-ray, and it like where like he pierces through the guy's head. Then he looks at the camera and says, "He's unconscious now."
I don't know. What have you been playing this week, Daryl?
Yeah, Mario 64. Yeah. I was watching a couple episodes of Game Grumps and listening to Aaron whine about how difficult the game was and how much he hated it and everything, and I was like, well, you know what? I kind of want to try and gain some first-hand understanding because it's been years since I played it, and I watched something like, I don't know, how many fucking episodes I got, 51 or 52, at on average 10 minutes a piece, so that's several hours of fucking whining and complaining, and I sat down and played it, and I've cleared out like about 9 or 10 of the levels. I don't know. I'm up to 83 stars, in a matter of a few hours, and it's not speedrun quality by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't know if it's because I kind of, I was in high school when this thing came out, and so I don't know if it's just different experiences or what, but I'm not really having the problems with it that he has, so I tried to gain some perspective, and turns out that no, he is just whining about it after all.
Yeah.
But to be fair, these guys will play several hours of a game at a time to, record, to break up into chunks for episodes. They'll do a 2 or 3 hour session, and break that up into, episodes
Not
and shit
that,
like
but
that.
they
So.
tend to. That's kind of the whole point of the Game Grumps is to be pissed off during it too,
Well,
in a sense.
See, I never got
Not
that
like
sense.
Angry Joe pissed off at obvious situations of like.
Yeah, but I never got
I don't
that
even
sense
wanna-
because it seems like that might have been what the show kind of became in the sense that Aaron's very opinionated about video games, and outside of the couple that he has an understanding of, kind of does bitch a lot about them. But I just never got that sense. It seemed like a name they came up with and then struggled to justify after the fact. and,
Yeah.
and barely.
Especially
And
watch
barely.
the
you know?
John. It's
Yeah.
a lot more like joke oriented and funny, and like there's a lot more humor to it than it is now.
I don't know. I think there's I find it funnier than it was with John, because John's humor for the most part was just yelling loudly at things, and it was like, I mean, Danny's a cool guy. Aaron has always been the weak link in the show, ironically enough. When he's given good material to play off of, he can usually, do pretty well. But for the most part, it's just him calling people stupid and idiots and talking about his dick all the time. So I can kind of pass on
him. Of course, he's the fucking ego raptor, dude. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, dude's got a sense of humor. I mean, his material, he's done material that. I think the funniest parts with Aaron though is when he loses his shit at a video game, and just fucking like.
Oh my god, I can't even remember.
But
way back, like it was one of the best of JonTron. Whenever he was still there, it was one of the best Game Grumps featuring JonTron, and I can't remember what the fuck happened, but he was yelling at Aaron. He was like, "Why are you ruining my show?" And Aaron's just like, "And the truth comes out."
yeah. I don't know.
My favorite episode of Game Grumps is where they played the Mary Kate and Ashley game.
Did they? Oh yeah.
It was like a fucking board game with cards.
Oh, dude, it's funny as hell, dude. I'm at fucking lunch at work, and we're just fucking sitting there, and this dude's watching videos on his phone. Out of nowhere, I just hear, "Hey, I'm Grump, and I'm not so Grump, and we're the Game Grumps." And I leaned forward, and I was like, "Hell yeah!" Just sit right back.
Yeah. Waiting for JonTron to fucking upload a new video.
Yeah, that'll take a while.
2 months ago, he uploaded Barbie.
Yeah. Barbie bitches.
But no. But yeah, so Mario 64 was something I started playing just to kind of get some perspective, and kind of try to understand where Aaron was coming from, because he does have a habit when it comes to the Mario games of having really, really difficult to agree with opinions. He's a little harsh on it. He still thinks that like Mario World was the last game where they put any creativity into it, into the series, which was like, I don't know.
See, I'm still a big Sunshine fan.
Right?
Everyone
Yeah.
talks about
Oh,
how
and that's another game I've been playing this week.
they need to make galaxies for Wii U and all this shit. Like, dude, I just give me fucking Sunshine back. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of that was for the fact of like, if you know anybody with OCD, give them that controller to have them play Super Mario Sunshine, and then just watch them clean everything.
Right. But that's the other game I've been playing this week, Mario Sunshine. So, Mario 64 and Sunshine.
I'm not even fucking around. Watch them clean everything, and then like once they clean a whole level, you go and you beat a boss, and you show them that if you beat the boss, it cleans the whole level for you.
Oh man, I wouldn't mind a revival of that, or at least like a port to the Virtual Console. Or,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We might get it.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is, the game has analog trigger functionality, and none of the. I don't believe the. Now, somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe the gamepad for the Wii U has analog triggers.
What do you mean?
And I don't believe the Classic Controller Pro does either. So basically, it'd be a matter of like. Now, see, they do. If they could make the GameCube, if they could release GameCube.
I have a Wii U gamepad right here in my hand.
What's that?
What are you asking for here?
It doesn't have, like on the GameCube controller, the R and L triggers are analog. They're
You mean
analog
like,
triggers.
what do you mean? Like, I don't understand.
In the sense that, well, just like a analog joystick, um, it reacts to the degrees of that you press it. So like, let's say it's the gas in a racing
Oh,
game.
so you're
So if
you're
you
saying
barely
that like physically how hard you press it
well,
down.
right, and remember, because Mario Sunshine had that thing where if you lightly press the R trigger, you could fix yourself in place with the with FLUDD, and but or yeah, you could strafe you basically, but if you held it down all the way, you would be fixed in place. So yeah, it's like yeah, the harder you press it, just it's analog basically, and I don't think any of the other controllers have that.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I don't not really done my homework on the Wii, so.
But they did release that GameCube adapter with fucking Smash, and
They could make
they,
one use out of that too. Yeah.
well, see, and that's the thing. They have shown that the Wii U is actually if you go into the Wii mode and it is technically backwards compatible with the GameCube stuff because somebody's hacked the virtual what they call the virtual Wii mode of the Wii U.
Yeah.
Where you can, play your GameCube games with that adapter and a, GameCube controller. So the Wii U technically could have that functionality, especially if they, open it up for use with the GameCube controller adapter. But I mean, aside just anything short of that, though, I don't think Mario Sunshine would ever show up on the Virtual Console, even if they did open it up for GameCube games.
I don't know. I could still dream.
Yeah, well, I mean, they do have the means to make it work, though. They do have the means to make it work, because it wouldn't play right otherwise. They would actually have to go in and actually remap
the
controls.
different buttons and stuff. It's a lot like how Skyward Sword. Like a lot of people, that's gonna go people may conflict with this and give me attitude, but it is what it is, and it's kind of facts are kind of in my favor on this. That game is going to be like the black sheep among Zelda games, as long as you don't count the Dark Triforce.
I was gonna say like.
Because it's the only one that is required to have motion control. You can play Twilight Princess on the GameCube, and it plays probably better than the Twilight Princess for Wii.
Yeah.
You play the Wii version of Twilight Princess with a controller?
Mm-hmm.
No. It makes you play it with a nunchuck.
Mm-hmm.
But if you play it for GameCube, you can use the controller.
Same here.
There was no significant reason to play it on Wii other than, hey, look, there's Zelda game on Wii the first year it came out.
Mm-hmm.
It was a launch game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, I believe so.
It came out for the GameCube, and then they ported it to the Wii because it came out like a year later.
No, the Wii version came out a few months later.
Was
no,
it?
the Wii. Wait, it came out.
I think so the GameCube version was delayed until December. The Wii version came out day and date with the console, which was like November. So it was like a month or two difference at most, I remember. But they weren't released. They delayed the GameCube version actually so they could have it on the Wii and give people incentive to buy the system because, like you said, it was the first Zelda system that had a Zelda game at launch, and it was and all that. But yeah, they delayed the GameCube one by maybe a few weeks, a month, maybe a couple months at most. But it wasn't a huge delay. But it was technically the next year in the sense that, like, it might have technically been the next year in the sense that it was like, January instead of.
Yeah,
I'll have to look up the release dates.
I'll be honest, Skyward Sword, I've been playing that. They're trying to play it here and there, and it's just a total hassle with the fucking motion control.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait for Zelda U just so I can actually use a fucking controller again.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're right. It came out a month after the Wii version.
Right. Yeah, I remember being kind of bummed about that, because I couldn't find a Wii, and I had a GameCube, and I was like, I want to play this game, man.
Yeah, like I said, like a lot of people, that's like the black sheep form is the Skyward Sword game because you are forced to use motion controls.
Right.
You hear that rumor of they might bring Twilight Princess to 3DS?
Yeah, that's just a rumor though. Like,
And it's been proven fake.
Well, we don't know. This is how Nintendo's doing things lately. And this is how actually the whole industry is doing things lately. Everything is just a rumor and proven fake until they announce it. So we really don't know. Because they're never gonna be like, oh yeah, it's fucking happening, like the Gears of War Marcus Phoenix collection.
Unless they file a
One
trademark.
person said that, yeah, it's not happening.
Unless they file a trademark.
Well, IP is owned by Microsoft now, so it's not
Which one?
the IP for. Hold on a second. Someone just fucking favorited something. Oh, it was Marco favorited my post about the show going live. But it was the Gears of War IP is owned by Microsoft now.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as trademarks go, they could wait until fucking day of and just be like, hey, here you go. Like, that's kind of how a lot of people have been going about these things lately, but I think it would have been Rocksteady who bought up, like, Batman Arkham. Like, anything that they could think of to go with Arkham, well, they bought it. Like,
Right. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this beautiful Zelda Wii U gameplay footage. It's footage everybody's already seen, but it still gives me a boner.
yeah, the downside of that is, like, we're going to have to fucking wait till next year because it's not coming out this year.
Oh, hell no. But when it does come out, it will be awesome. And it does look like it's evoking the old school, you know, Zelda 1 kind of thing where you got this huge open world and you can just go around and fucking
Marco's
fun.
trying to do recruiting for us.
What's that?
Marco's trying to do recruiting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just
like, I'm tired of listening to these assholes.
well, he just said get in here at Total Biscuit, at Remy Punks, at Fear of Fruit, and at Livefire.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I haven't talked to Remy in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Same.
And same with Nick. I forgot those were people. I wonder how they're doing.
Your guess is as good as mine. Like, I haven't even talked to him on Skype in fucking forever.
Yeah. Same here, man. I want a cracker. Yeah. I don't know. See, I'm trying to look for information or news that we can talk about because we did kind of touch on that. Honey Badger saying nobody really we didn't really discuss it in the sense that, like, you know, like, how do you feel about that whole censorship thing? And what do you think about the irony of a guy? Because Mark Waid
really
claims to be
sit down and watch these
anti-censorship.
videos to really come to a conclusion on everything. The way it was explained, it's pretty fucked up. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's an ideological thing, you know. They tried after the fact to come up with explanation that would, like, justify it, but no, it's all bullshit. It was basically ideology. It was the fact that these women identify as men's rights advocates that got them kicked. I'm pretty sure, you know.
yeah.
But you know, the great thing about it is you know, they are pursuing legal action. So fucking, and I think that's the way you sock it to those people, SJW crowd. Because I feel like they're so used to kind of, you know, steamrolling people and getting their way and kind of bullying people and shit. And I think what they're finding, especially in gaming, is that, you know, they're picking on people who, a lot of us, you know, let's face it, we kind of grew up with that shit, so we're kind of resilient, you know. And not only that, but
I bet they kind of grew up with it as well. Probably
Yeah.
more.
yeah, probably. Except they use their experiences for evil. But yeah. So the Honey Badgers are doing that, and like you said, it's kind of hard to discuss it when you haven't really watched the videos, and my understanding of it is limited to what I discussed at the beginning too. So, but the way I see it though is like, if they didn't do nothing, probably pretty fucked up to kick them out. You know,
A little bit.
especially if you hear Maya Kramer from the Mary Sue was behind the expulsion. Yeah, because I guess the Mary Sue had that website had some sort of ties. Maybe Marco can explain it to me here, but I believe they had some ties to the Calgary Expo itself, like some monetary ties, or at least some fucking sponsorship sort of ties or something. He would know, and he could put that in the chat. And we'll talk about that. But yeah, it's all fucked up shit, and it really is kind of fascinating. So, you know, go out and start poking around for information, because I mean, if you believe in you know, the importance of and you know, fighting censorship and shit, you know, this is definitely a really fascinating lesson in how and why we kind of need to do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he says moments after the panel that the Honey Badgers participated ended, the Mary Sue, like, almost immediately published an article denouncing them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the whole the dozen or so articles that came out and proclaimed gamers dead and shit. Way too coincidental to be a coincidence. I don't know. It just occurred to me, though, and the reason I bring this back up is because it occurred to me that sometimes on the show we have a habit of bringing up a subject, kind of discussing the details of it, and then moving on without really kind of chiming in about, what we think about that thing. And so I wanted to bring it back up and just get you guys' thoughts. Rye made himself clear. He's got to look up the...
Yeah, I'm real big on having to gather a lot of information to really formulate an opinion on things.
Well, and that's not a bad thing at all, man. Knowing what you're talking about is a good virtue.
Yeah, I don't want to just hear it and be like, oh, that's fucking bullshit. They need that. No, I can't like cut a wrestling promo with nothing to go on here.
Right. Well, how about you, John? Are you familiar with this?
With the kick.
The Honey
the
Badger thing?
Oh yeah, I know all about it.
Yeah, and what are your thoughts on the matter?
It's fucking bullshit. That's what it is.
Well said. Maybe that's why we end up moving on to the next subject very quickly.
Yeah, we're all people of few words. Like, we're not the co-optional podcast. We don't have a Jesse Cox or Dodger to carry things on. We got Daryl and myself, so we're fucked.
Oh, yeah. And this is the most professional I've tried to act in what, 21 episodes?
Yeah. Let's be honest, dude. I'm not Total Biscuit. I have no, like, beautiful Buddhist accent to lull you through the show. Like, you're screwed. You're stuck with my horrible ass fucking... Just, no, you're screwed.
But, yeah, okay, so we'll move on beyond that. But, yeah, I'm kind of floundering here, man.
Hey, dude, I'm right there with you. I got nothing.
Yeah.
We can go back and talk about Kojima apparently getting fired.
I was gonna say, like, I could talk about what I've been playing.
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't even done that yet. That's fine.
So yes, I have been loving the shit out of Shovel Knight.
Which console? Release.
Well, I've been changing it between PS4 and Vita.
Oh yeah.
The PS4 version and Vita versions are up?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, nice. Have you fought the Kratos battle?
Yep.
Yeah, how is that, man?
It's not that hard. I mean, there's like multiple stages, but like even if you die, you get like a checkpoint between each one.
Mm-hmm. What do you get for winning?
You get like a new suit, which is like it's like kind of like Blades of Chaos type attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Which like, and also like if you do it enough, you like get like a projectile and stuff. The actual like problem is like I have a problem like the diving because like when you jump and press down, it does like it, like pauses to make there's a charge. So if I'm trying to do like a cane shovel jump across more things, it barely works. Like so it fucks up with like the platforming stuff.
Okay, Marco's confusing me in the chat. I'm putting that out there real quick just to see.
Yeah. Are you not here to ask and answer one simple question, Ryan? What do you mean about that? Or by that, man?
Yeah, I don't know if he's like, because I did the whole wrestling promo thing. I don't know if he's meaning bad or what. If you want to talk about wrestling promos, we need to get Wayne in here.
I'm saying, Marco, I know you're kind of, not inclined to jump on the show because I guess it was, is it a microphone thing or something like that? Yeah. You had a bad microphone or something? But seriously, dude, get that shit sorted and come on the show.
Wait a minute, is that... I think I know who that is.
What? Who? What?
Amy. She commented earlier.
Who? What?
I don't know if she's still watching or not. When I was on the show a long time ago. I think it's Amy. Hold on, I should still have her in a message somewhere. Hold on.
Yeah. Name sounds familiar. Was she the one from overseas?
Yes.
She was cool, man.
Yes.
She was the one who always left to go get tea and do homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss her.
Yeah, Amy Riddle. There she is.
Wonder how she's doing. He's total
Well, ask her if she
biscuiting.
wants to come on.
TV says that, Rye. As his fan, you should know that. Marco, give Rye shit for that, man. He should know as a fan that was
Oh,
something TV says.
One simple question. WTF is
Amy
the honey
commented on
badgers.
Grumps. Did Amy comment on Grumps?
Yeah, that was her.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've seen the one where they played the Barbie game. Wow. I thought I was up.
I thought that was Marco because he was the only one in the chat, so I thought that was
Right.
him. I just happened to look up and I was like, well, "That's not the cross. The fuck is going on right now?"
Yeah. Oh, it's a girl. I wonder how she's doing. It's been a while.
Whoa! I think she just replied.
Yeah. What are you?
My phone vibrated. Fuck off. Okay, yeah, she's gonna hop on. Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Maybe she can keep the show going. Because seriously, dude, the worst thing about trying to quit smoking is, you get those shakes. And I've said this several times because I've tried to quit several times while I've done this show. I think in the last 6-7 months that we've been doing this, I've tried to quit about that many times.
So we're keeping you good and addicted here on the weekly grind.
Yeah, if somebody could PayPal me the money so I could go buy a carton of cigarettes, I'd love you a long time.
Fuck, I'm gonna go grab a pack of cigarettes. You go ahead and keep the show going, Daryl. You've been doing a better job at it than I have.
Shit. No, I pretty much run out. Actually, Marco's been the one keeping the show together. He's been posting.
Yeah, no, fuck, dude, Marco, you're you're the host leader today, dude.
He's the showrunner. He's the showrunner. He's the guy who keeps us going.
Watching it for us, you're just hearing the voices. This is the guy behind the curtain right here.
Yeah. But seriously, I mean, it's been a weird week for me. I was out, got a job finally, so everything's looking up. It's a very low-paying job, very sparse hours, but at this point, hey, we have a individual. Oh, I thought I heard something. Shit. Did somebody make a weird... Rye, what is he? Okay, you know what? I give up. So.
Wait, I was searching my bag. It could have been me you were hearing that sound from.
Marco, you are correct. I need to take a big slug of water.
Oh, and I'm back.
I saw. I mean, I talk about other stuff like I saw Age of Ultron yesterday.
Oh, dude, no spoilers. You're not allowed to.
Oh, I thought it was awesome. You know that scene at the end with Vision?
Dude, oh my god. Fuck the show, we're done. That's it.
Hey, remember, John, when Vision does that thing that wins them all?
Yeah, we can never, ever talk again, dude. That's it. Show's over. Never gonna happen. Everyone watching tonight knows.
Remember when Captain America...
Right now, episode 21 was the way it all ended because assholes like you had to
and then they replaced his lower half with robot body, and then he...
oh my god, I'm going to murder
Captain
you
America.
all. Shut up.
That never happened, dude.
I don't care.
No, but spoiler-free impressions, John. What'd you think?
I fucking loved it. I mean, out of all the Marvel Studios, I would say this is probably my third favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It'll go Guardians of the Galaxy, Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, then the first Avengers, and then maybe the first Captain America.
Right. That's a pretty good list. I'd probably have structured mine similarly. But Age of Ultron was very surprising. And Rye, that fucking the Vision's in there, so that's not a spoiler. And I won't spoil details, but how did you think they handled him, John? I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean, you know the gasp when he did that thing, which we won't tell you.
Yes.
Did the audience gasp? Yeah.
Yes, of course they did. But see, and then people started trying to theorize that it was because of what Vision was rather than, the other factor. And I think it was just because he was that worthy. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was amazing, yeah.
Especially if you're a Hawkeye fan.
Yeah. I got somebody following me on Twitter who's like a huge Hawkeye fan, and I'm pretty sure that when this movie finally comes out in his neck of the woods, he's gonna shit himself because they do give him
It's like his movie and Iron Man's movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But Rye, go see it.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
It comes out May 1st or May 2nd. I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
2
It
days
comes out.
before my birthday.
I
So.
was gonna say also don't. There's a mid-credit scene, but there's no like end credit scene, so you don't have to wait for the whole thing.
Yeah, no end credit scene, just that mid credit scene, which was kind of.
Oh. Wasn't really that good. I was expecting more.
Yeah. It was too brief, too kind of gimmicky. I think they were trying to go for the same kind of tone that they did in the first Avengers movie with the mid-credit scene, just a quick kind of, like. But the thing is, when you've got, I mean, Age of Ultron kind of establishes that shit in a pretty big way. Like it builds off of Guardians of the Galaxy with that stuff. So
It's gonna be weird how the film's gonna carry on because they're not hand-holding anymore.
Right.
Of this one. I mean, during this one, really, like you need to see. You pretty much have to see Winter Soldier to understand what's happening in this.
Right. Yeah, Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy to a lesser extent.
Well, they explain the thing.
Well, they do, but not really. I mean, yeah, I guess they do well enough. You don't need to know that the other ones exist in Guardians of the Galaxy because they do kind of cover it in this one. Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. But I loved it.
I do wish that Falcon had more to do in it though.
Who did?
Falcon.
Oh yeah. He just showed up at the end.
Yeah, and that's it. Like he showed the party and in the end.
Right.
And his name is on the poster, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is. It might be in the smaller credits at the bottom of the poster, but he's on there. Anthony Mackie's on the poster. That's how people knew he was in the movie. I mean, like I remember that was a big deal when they found him on the poster, and they were like, "Oh yeah, fucking," but he wasn't in it.
Oh god, hold on, I gotta turn cam on for this. I just scrolled through Facebook and I found this.
Yeah. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see it again. And
there you go.
What?
Jared Leto as Joker.
Oh jeez.
Look at the forehead tattoo, dude.
Yeah, I can't. It's not coming in clear enough, man.
Hold on, I'll see if I can.
You could put your desktop, put your screen on that.
There you go. Maybe it comes a little clearer that way.
That Joker. I don't here's the thing, even though I don't really mind the Joker that much, but I am kind of worried about what Harley Quinn is going to look like.
Yeah, because this is the first movie adaptation of Harley, so I'm kind of like that. Now that you bring that up, I really wasn't that worried, but now, oh man.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what to think about that.
If it's girl with a dragon tattoo. Something like.
Right. I don't know what to think of that because on the one hand the Joker kind of looks like the most recent version after he cut his face off and went all nuts and shit.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I was looking at it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't like the tattoos. I think if they took off the tattoos or
I don't mind the ones on the body. The face ones, no.
Well, my problem is they look too professional for a character like the Joker. Like he's gonna go to a tattoo joint and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say I want to see him with the suit.
Yeah. I really hope they're not going for the single glove Michael Jackson type thing, you know?
I'm pretty sure that's just.
Fucking Joker starts moonwalking.
I remember in some description he said he spent a lot of time in there.
Yeah.
So and also they are doing the original Joker origin story where he is he did jump into a bunch of acids and turn white instead of Dark Knight was actually just makeup.
Right. I don't know. We'll I think because a lot of people are trying to say that there was similar kind of outcry, not outcry, but just skepticism when the Heath Ledger Joker started surfacing on the net and stuff, and I don't know. I don't think
now that's one of the most iconic Jokers there is. So
right, but I don't think this is equivalent though. I mean, the look is just. And it's off-putting, and not off-putting in a good way.
90s cartoon series, which I kind of like, but like I said, the face tattoos, I don't know.
We'll have to
like,
hear the voice and see the mannerisms.
yeah, like
I,
it's not. I can't really make a full decision yet because Joker's
Right.
so many elements. It's not just his look.
Right. Well, what do you say?
I really hate his fucking damage on his head. Like, it'd be cool if like he shows up in a suit and then when he gets like in prison, it shows all the tattoos. That might look cool, but like having damage on his body is probably the worst part. This whole
Right.
image for me.
Yeah. That's a big point of contention for a lot of folks too. I think it would have gone over a little bit better without that forehead tattoo. Yeah, but I don't know, and I'm kind of eager to see how it plays out, like full outfit, full Joker mannerisms and all that, and voice, and see how it all comes together. But right now, I'm just kind of underwhelmed, just the same as I was after fucking the Batman versus Superman trailer. It's just all stuff that's
Yeah,
very
Yeah.
I was watching another podcast, and they were kind of repeating our same our arguments about how Superman would never approve of that statue. He'd never allow them to bow to him.
right.
Well, there is like a Superman statue in Metropolis, like in like comics and stuff, but it's more
Right.
like heroic than like godlike.
Right.
More like a figure.
Absolutely.
That's like how we talked about the Flash Museum, how that does become a thing, but he's not necessarily sitting there fucking like build me a fucking museum.
Right. Yeah, build him fucking museum. I don't know, but I don't know. The whole thing is just kind of leaving me cold. It seems like I feel like DC and Warner don't really know what they're doing.
Or mainly
Yeah.
Warner. I think if DC had more control, they're
They're
Right, that's
effectively Sonic Team right now.
Well, see,
making
this is
Sonic Boom.
the good
That's
thing
what it
about
is.
this is the good thing about that Disney, at least. They own Marvel, and for the most part, they have kept relatively hands off in terms of like,
Creative.
these
just
are
creative
movies
Yeah.
made by committee.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was only Iron Man 2 they
hands
fucked
off
with.
as far as creative or
Right.
the creative just go. Like they want the Marvel source material as close to it as it can get.
Well, yeah, just make a fun universe that and with DC, it seems like they really don't. I mean, like you said, it could be Warner, just
Yeah, I
Warner's,
mean, like,
but-
have you guys ever watched Batman Assault on Arkham?
yeah,
Oh, you talking about the Suicide
That's it.
Squad cartoon movie, right?
yeah, right. The one
I
that was
haven't yet, but I've
takes
heard it
place
was
in
really
the
good.
Arkham. It takes place in the Arkham universe.
I want
Yeah.
to believe like Harley hates Joker in that movie, doesn't she?
Yeah, this is kind of weird because that's like how she's in like the comics right now. Because it feels like
Somebody posted something on Facebook where it was Mark Hamill, and I'm assuming it's the girl who plays the voice as Harley Quinn, and she's sitting on Mark Hamill's lap, and
Arlene Sorkin.
says something about how, oh Harley, you're my favorite, or you're the favorite toy in my box, and she's like, oh Puddin', and I'm just like my heart melted. I'm like, oh. Like, just give the guy the role. Come on, he doesn't have to do anything. Just let him talk. Like,
that's how I feel like
paint
they
his
shoot
fucking
Batman.
face white, dye his hair green, and just let him talk. Like, he has it, dude. Just let him go.
That's how I feel with Batman. Like whoever they casted, they just have Kevin Conroy's voice over it the whole time.
Right. It'd be kind of funny. Dub Affleck. Yeah.
Do the same thing to Jared Leto. Just fucking have Mark Hamill dub the entire voice.
Yeah. They actually did something like that for the Birds of Prey TV show. On the first episode, they did kind of like a flashback to the Joker and shooting Barbara Gordon and shit like that. And they had Mark Hamill dub his voice over the actor who played the Joker for that brief little intro part, and it's kind of neat. It was just a quick one line, and it's like Mark Hamill probably literally phoned it in, just like. But it was still cool. But I mean, that's the thing. I mean, he's become I don't know. For me, for a lot of people, he really is kind of like the iconic Joker, just in the sense that the Batman in the animated series was a fucking bomb.
Yeah, like that was, like, they could have gone grittier with it, but for having to hit a target audience, totally understandable.
Well, no, the series, Batman the animated series, was pretty damn gritty. at times.
Well, yes and no, but I'm saying they could have gone grittier with it.
I don't know. Not 1990 when there was a lot
Yeah,
of
that's what
fucking.
I'm saying, dude. Like, if Nick nowadays, if you were both like had Adult Swim, right, you could just throw that on there.
Oh yeah, yeah. But they won't though, because for some reason, even though Batman's a dark character, it seems like most incarnations kind of want to play it safe and appeal to children. Like,
Yeah.
that
That's why
beware.
Robin never dies. They never fucking.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and those storylines play out
But they never
in their
show Barbara
animated
Gordon
series.
getting shot by the Joker. Fucking.
Well, see, that's the thing. All that shit is reserved for their animated universe, which is that's the thing. DC doesn't know what, or I don't know if it's Warner or DC or what, but their bottom line is their live action movies for the most part kind of stink. I mean, even Man of Steel had lots of issues, and like the best part of it was the beginning part on Krypton, in my opinion. Everything after that was a bore. But when it comes to their animated movies, they knock it out of the park, and that's an area in which
Not
Marvel
recently,
can't touch it.
but with
What's
the
that?
exception of Assault of Arkham, they have been kind of stinking recently.
They have been sticking recently. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I haven't watched some of their recent stuff though. Like the last one I saw was the Flashpoint Paradox. So
Which was, yeah, well, it went kind of downhill after that, with the exception of Assault on Arkham.
okay, and yeah, like didn't they have Batman versus Robin, which was like a take on the Court of Owls stuff and all that.
So it was, yeah, it was kind
Yeah.
of like.
I
something
liked
that.
That was Damian Wayne, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I haven't seen a lot of their newer stuff, but that's kind of a bummer to hear because they were killing it in that area for a while there, man.
Yeah.
And that was one area Marvel couldn't touch them on.
I'm kind of interested in Justice League Gods and Monsters because Bruce Timm is involved with that, which he
Which one?
created. Justice League Gods and Monsters.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Haven't heard.
something we could talk about this last hour. John, you been keeping up on the shows like Flash, Arrow, and Agents?
No. I'm
Oh,
like.
damn. I really don't want to. Fuck.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Daredevil yet?
Yeah, actually, I burned through the whole series already.
Daredevil?
Yeah, I'm on 6 right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
it's great. It wraps up. It's such a good fucking note.
Oh yeah. I will
I'm
tell
gonna-
you this though: don't expect Daredevil to wear his iconic costume until literally like the last fucking 20, 30 minutes of the last episode.
Alright.
Yeah, because that will never happen until then. So if you get that expectation out of the way, it's much better.
Yeah, there are a couple of times where you start wondering if they're even gonna like pull it off. I Googled it just to see because I was like, oh my god, dude, I'm in like episode 10 and they still haven't fucking showed this shit yet.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it'll happen, but just you gotta be patient. And it's
Yeah.
a nice payoff. It is a real nice payoff. So
And that's the thing, though. If you keep watching it expecting that to happen, you'll be disappointed. So just
Yeah.
get that out of the way now and just
yeah,
watch it.
and enjoy it, and then that last episode be expecting that payoff. So
I'm interested to see what the Iron Fist show is going to be like because if this fight choreography is this good in Daredevil, I can't imagine what it's going to be like in Iron Fist.
I am curious. Does this universe exist in the Avengers universe?
It's the Marvel
Oh, yeah.
Cinematic Universe, yes.
So it exists. Oh, hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. Because I know that they had a scene where the one guy's talking to him about how he's like, one vigilante beat up 10 of your guys. I could see if he had an iron suit or a magic hammer, but
Yeah. No,
Like,
it's definitely. See, that's
whenever
the
he
thing.
made
It's
that,
the,
I wasn't sure if he was just being like, a wise
Well, they kind
ass
of
or if he
established-
meant it.
they kind
Yeah,
of
like-
established, right, that it's the Chitauri invasion that actually kind of allowed
Yeah, like
that criminal element to come in.
like in the
Oh,
first
okay.
episode that they reference it, like the attack.
Oh, did we lose you? Yeah. Sounds like we lost. Did we lose John?
Lost him.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
John, if you can hear us, jump back in, man. But
Well,
yeah, like
he's
he
not
was
coming
saying,
out
they
yet.
do reference it in the first episode that basically, the Chitauri attack happened and, it had an effect even in Hell's Kitchen, and whatnot, and it was basically the thing that allowed this criminal element to come in.
Fucking Marco.
What?
Ben Affleck should have played Daredevil.
Yeah. Well, we all know what happened last time he did that.
Yeah, that's not ever again.
Bullseye.
I was actually, dude, I'm not even fucking around. I'm waiting for that to happen.
What?
For him to show up in a show, dude.
For-
Not him, not him,
Colin
not that
Farrell to
actor,
show up?
not Colin Farrell, but that character.
Oh, he will. Absolutely. And they did renew it for season 2.
I'm
It's
sure
officially
they
renewed.
renewed it like its first fucking week
Nope.
of being on Netflix.
Nope. They just recently renewed it and
Oh,
confirmed
wow.
it. Yeah. Well, see, they wanted to see how it played out.
Hold
But I
on,
guess
while
it's a
John's
bit of
talking,
a
we're
resounding
gonna talk
success.
about Flash and Arrow and Shield because John's not here and he hasn't seen those. So
All right, let's talk about them.
Okay. Flash, they found the lair.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah. You know what else?
Um,
You know what else they found?
Yeah, I know. What's his name? His actual body.
Yeah, Professor Wells' actual
Yeah.
Harrison Wells' actual fucking dead, desiccated, dried up corpse.
Yeah. So this shit's about to get real fucking interesting. Real fucking.
Well, next episode, fucking Wells sends Grodd after him.
Really?
Yeah, this is the synopsis I've read. Like, fucking, he sends Grodd after him to fucking distract him. And shit. And
Hell
the
yeah.
preview I saw looks like. Remember how? Spoiler alert. Remember how fucking Cisco died in the alternate timeline?
He
It
doesn't
looks
die yet,
like
isn't he?
it look well. No, he's not gonna die. I mean, he's gonna live. But it looks like that scenario is going to happen again in this reality or this timeline.
But now this time the Flash is going to be there to stop him.
I'm hoping.
Hopefully.
It looks like it's all coming to a head. You know, and I saw a cast photo, or well, it was a shooting photo from the last episode, right? And fucking Arrow's in it, in the
Ooh.
finale, and
Wait, whoa. Is it
he is
League
in
of Assassins Arrow or is it Green Arrow?
no, it's League Arrow.
It's League Arrow. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. So he shows up and see okay, like I was kind of disappointed. Like I thought once Ollie agreed to join the league, that would be it. You know, he'd replace Roz and shit. But it actually makes more sense the way it actually went down, where he's going to be groomed to take over.
Badass.
Right, he's going to be groomed to take over for Roz. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm cool with that. It's
Like I'm a little worried because it's where is it going to put? And with Roy leaving, does that mean that Thea will eventually become Speedy?
Well, it's funny because the character Speedy was called Mia. You know, that was her real name in the comics.
Yeah.
And she called herself that when she was in Corto Maltese or whatever the fuck she was with her dad at the beginning of the season. So, you know, kind of hinting at that. And didn't Ollie call her Speedy a couple times?
Yeah, that was like his little nickname for her.
Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of hinted at it. But she just went through the Lazarus pit. So.
Shit, dude, it does exist. Like,
yeah. Well, they did show it. Remember when Roz's hand was cut and he went and put it in the fucking thing and it immediately healed. So
remember, we all assumed that that's how Ollie was going to get healed after he got stabbed in the chest. He was going to take him to the Lazarus pit. But that didn't happen.
I loved it because they pulled a bait and switch in the sense that everybody thought that was going to be how they debuted the pit. And then when Ollie just ended up surviving, they kind of people started thinking, okay, well, maybe the Lazarus pit doesn't exist in this universe. Yeah. And then they were like, oh no, it's there. I mean, they dropped hints though. Like Roz said, he fought somebody 60 years ago. You know,
like for how young he looks, it was like, right. See, that was my biggest thing is the pit has to exist. So to finally see it and what it looks like and everything, I'm really fucking pleased.
Right.
But yeah, like I'm wondering if she's not going to take over as Arsenal and actually become Speedy.
I don't know because remember the pit changes you. So even though she seems normal now, you know, she's back to her.
How she's going to be.
Right.
And not only that, but I'm kind of anxious. Is Roy going to kind of head over to Bloodhaven and become like the watcher of that area? You know, like what's going to happen with Roy?
I don't know. He goes over there, becomes Nightwing because apparently they want Arrow to be Batman now.
Yeah, I know. It wouldn't actually. It's not far from what the fuck had happened. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, right? It was like we can't use Batman, so we'll just turn Green Arrow into Batman Light. You know?
Yeah.
But it turns out it's a good show, great show. But
it really is. Like that's actually was my original appeal to it. It was like, oh shit, this is like Batman the TV show. And as it went on, it was like, oh, they are legitimately stealing Batman's storyline. Like,
but no, I don't know. I have a feeling Roy will be back.
I think so too. But at the same time, in the off chance that he doesn't, I wouldn't mind seeing.
Man. Yeah. Speaking of Arrow, fucking. Ollie got a little bit of Felicity ass this last week, didn't he?
I know. As soon as that shit happened, too, I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, don't tell Barry.
Well, no, Barry's well, she showed up and she was like, "Oh, we went down that, or we looked down that path, and we both said, nuh-uh, no way."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I didn't." But
And
no,
see, now it's like, dude, I still don't understand why to this fucking point. Why would you not call Barry and be like, hey, this asshole assassin wants me to take over. He's hurting and killing all of my friends. Can you do something about this guy?
Yeah, come up with
Done.
I know it's that comic book yeah. Excuse me. It's that comic book consistency. You know,
really fucked up is Cisco goes to Sterling City, helps out the Canary, and she doesn't say a damn thing about anything that's going on. Just
right. Like,
hey,
like,
can you work on the Sonic thing for me?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was great though that like he made the. I knew as soon as she asked him to make it that it was going to be that choker that the Black Canary wears in the comics. You know.
Yeah.
That was yeah. Well, see, that was a great way to give her powers without making her a metahuman. You know.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Okay, we can stop talking about stuff now.
Let's talk about the network books.
Something happened with the network port? Is that what you said? What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we're just talking about.
We were talking about the shows that were the
watch Arrow
spoilers to you. So
watch the Flash.
I watched the
John?
Flash. I'm on episode 16 right now.
Okay.
yeah, see, we just didn't want to ruin them for you, so we got them out of the way while you were gone.
Alright,
Yeah.
cool. I was gonna say.
There's been a lot of crossovers recently, so it's really hard to talk about one without talking about the other.
Yeah.
So.
And then
And you guys are looking for.
I don't want to get into that if you haven't keep on that either.
What's
I
up,
was gonna
John? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, are you guys looking forward to Alias
No.
Alias.
or Jessica Jones? Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, isn't that supposed to be a Netflix show as well?
Yeah, they're all Netflix.
Yeah.
On Daredevil.
Iron Fist and Luke Cage as well. And then they're going to do a Defenders miniseries.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're leading up to. I think it's in fall. They're going to have everything they need to do, from what I understand.
Yeah.
And they're talking, I'm not sure if it'll start up in fall, but they're actually talking about doing its own little spin-off series where it involves all of them.
Well, yeah, that's the Defenders.
Yeah.
They're going to Avengers it. They're going to have the characters show up in their own little miniseries.
Yeah, but what it is, these are the people who, like, realistically, the Daredevil's not going to stand a chance against the Chidari or fucking Thanos.
Oh, he could. If Hawkeye and fucking...
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, you can host Hawkeye and Black Widow, alright, but...
And in fact, they were talking about the possibility of doing that since it all exists in the same universe, having those characters show up in, like,
even
the
if it's
second
just
part
for,
of the Infinity War.
cameo.
Yeah. No, just have him show up in Infinity War, you know?
Yeah, just have him fuck some shit up and then get fucked up.
The thing about the Infinity Gauntlet is you need to have a shit ton of characters, man. Because that's how it was, man. Like the Avengers. It was a big thing.
You're going to have the Avengers and the Guardians. Like, that'll be the movie where they all come together.
Yeah, well then have the Netflix characters too.
You're going to have fucking the Avengers, you're going to have the Defenders, you're going to have the Guardians, and you're going to have Howard the Duck. So be ready for that.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck's going to be the unsung hero, dude. I'm calling it.
Yeah. Howard beats Thanos.
What's going to happen is he's going to get distracted by duck tits, and then fucking Howard's going to snatch that gauntlet, dude.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Ooh, are those duck tits?"
Hey, Red.
Yeah, what's up?
Have you been reading the new Howard the Ducks book?
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
I could read the idea for the new Marvel Telltale game. I was thinking.
Oh yeah. They're supposed to be doing one next in 2017, right? Telltale Marvel. Have they said anything about what property it's going to be based on yet?
Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, because that's going to be the only one that's going to make money.
No, but I think given Telltale's kind of story-driven shit, it would, I don't know. I could see like a Howard the Duck game, one that kind of plays with the fourth wall and stuff. Because he was, but even before Deadpool, he was the character that kind of did that.
Yeah.
He was the one who broke the fourth wall and kind of, with a lot of social commentary and shit like that. And I don't know. But I'm just kind of surprised it's taken Marvel and Disney so long to kind of tap into that market. And at the same time, I'm really impressed because they had a shitty Captain America game come out from I forgot who developed it, but then Sega I think did the two Iron Man games, I think.
How fucked up is it that
But for the
those
most
games
part,
both
they left that
sucked?
universe.
But I was gonna say, like, how fucked up is it that the best superhero games happen to have Lego in front of them?
Yeah, right. I'm still playing Lego Marvel after all, a couple of years. So
Yeah, like I'm saying, those are like the most solid superhero games, which is really weird, but that's just the way of things, I guess.
yeah.
Like, let's be honest, Superman Returns, no. Superman 64 was where it was at, dude. That game.
Rating Simulator 2000.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
They kind of like in recent years, Batman and Deadpool have had the two best games.
Deadpool game.
Yeah, but it's as much as people slam it for being really repetitive. Like, let's be honest, it was one of the better fucking superhero games. At least be happy about that.
You know, it was a pretty good game.
Huh.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah. Surprisingly, wasn't it made by one of the guys who was like a designer on like God of War or something like that? Like, it was a real low-level fucking employee, but it had some of that. I forgot what it was.
It was made by Raven, and
Yeah, Raven's.
It wasn't originally going to be a movie time game.
Oh, hey, I guess honey badgers are seeking legal advice.
Are they?
Yeah, Marco just posted it in the chat.
Let John finish what he's saying here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I finished.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
But I remember it had very kind of God of War-esque combat in the sense like it wasn't like if you go back and fucking play it now, it's really unpolished. It's still really fun,
Yeah, I mean, like,
good
You want to talk about unpolished games, dude? Go play Sonic Boom and talk to me about unpolished.
Go play what now?
Sonic Boom and talk to me about unpolished.
Have you guys seen Duck Dynasty the game?
Oh god.
That motherfucker looks unpolished.
Which one?
Duck Dynasty,
Do what?
the game. Duck Dynasty.
Oh wait,
the game.
but there's a Duck Dynasty the game?
Yes.
It's
Are
on.
you fucking kidding?
Yeah, it's on
No.
PS4, Xbox One, PS3, and 360.
Why?
It's bad on every version.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Because apparently people really want to be rednecks. I guess I don't know. We had fucking 45 minutes left, and we're out of topics and things.
No, I was looking at one. I'm not really familiar with this, so maybe somebody else knows. Maybe Marco knows, because Marco seems to have his finger on the pulse of fucking society and shit. There's the whole Valve paid mod thing that's, I guess, become an issue.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with that. Like, I mean, if people want to donate to modders so they can get more mods, I mean, just their benefits.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just,
mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking option, really.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm a console peasant, so I do play games on the PC and shit. But for the most part, I was raised in the console space, so maybe I don't understand the significance of this. But it just, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to read up on it a little bit more to get some perspective on it, because I see a lot of backlash, and then I see like people like TB saying I don't know what the backlash is, the backlash is a little crazy and all that. So I don't know. I don't get it. Marco seems to be he's dubbed it Modgate. Valve wants to meddle on monetizing mods. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna read up on it, but I just, what little bit I could piece together from what I've seen on the Twitters and shit was just like a lot of people being mad, and I'm not really sure why. But anyway, so what else we got? Marco saying Val wants to meddle in. Okay. Anything? Did Rye just leave? Yeah, he did. He's left me hanging again. All right. So I'm gonna just post the link to the chat on the Google Hangouts right on Twitter. Right. It's just gonna be a free for all. Anybody can jump in. I don't care who you are or where you're from. What you did, as long as you love me. No, yeah. So you want chaos? We'll make some chaos, and then that'll show Ryan not to abandon his show in the middle of it because I am inept. Okay, but yeah. I don't know. You got any topics, John?
Well, racing to video games, no.
Yeah. Anything else? Doesn't have to be
Oh.
video game related. Just
Well,
what's going on?
There's going to be another Dark Knight Returns book, like a third one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is Miller doing it?
Yeah, he's like co-writing it, but like I think the main writer is going to be Brian Azzarello. How do you spell that?
Yeah. Azzarello. Wasn't he the artist? No, he's the guy who did the 100 Bullets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's thousands of threads on Reddit about it. Actually, Marco, yeah, you're right. That was one of the reasons I haven't been on Kotaku in action in the last couple days, because there were literally thousands of threads on it, and I'm not exactly sure what it has to do with ethics in video game journalism. But going back to what you were saying, sorry, are there any details out yet? Like, do we know what the thrust of the story is going to be? Did I lose John again? Okay, well, I think we should probably call it a night. The host is gone. My buddy John here is gone. I am the only one doing this, and I have got a massive fucking headache from trying to quit smoking, and I'm drinking water, and I'm skittish and weird and can't keep this shit together. So I am just going to abandon the show, and you can listen to about half an hour to 48 minutes worth of fucking, I don't know, fucking dead silence, dead air. Yeah. I don't know. I can't get that Honey Badger thing working for some reason. My browser sucks. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what to do. Calgon, take me away. Yeah. Any other week I'd regale you with witty stories of fucking humor and blah 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 yaddy yakety. But yeah. Turns out that when I don't have anybody to play off of, I just turn into a rambling idiot. Here, I'll give you a quick recap then. We talked about the Honey Badger Brigade stuff. Marco's got an update. He posted it in the comments, so go look at that, and I'll be looking at it after the show. And discussed how kind of fucked up that was, and there's the Valve thing that I've got to read up on, because I'm really not sure what the nature of the stuff is, the outcry, and just I don't even really understand what the whole thing is, the paid mod thing. So I'm going to read up on that. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, don't have anything else. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to read. It's funny because I'm trying to multitask here. I'm trying to talk to the audience that is slowly dwindling and laughing, probably as they go along. Like, who's this fucking clown? What is he doing? Yeah, I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to find subjects. I'm trying to open up tabs to at least give find some subject to talk about. But it's just not happening. And I don't have the ability. And he really left me in between a rock and a hard place here. Oh, Rye, you son of a bitch. Oh, man. You know what, man? You don't pay me nearly enough. Or at all. So. Oh, shit. Is there a way to leave the call now? Yeah, what audience? Yeah, that's right, Marco. It's just you and me, baby. We're the audience. Let's see. I could let's see, do I have a movie Bob's book anywhere near me? I could read an excerpt out of that. But I don't want to be responsible for causing suicide. So yeah. Oh yeah. Hmm. If it wasn't for the fact that Marco's responding, I might actually think that I was the one who's fucking thing had taken a dive. But oh Lord,
So
there he is. You fucking face. Yeah, thanks for leaving me flapping in the wind there, dude. You owe me
what
one,
happened to
man.
John?
Huh?
What happened to John?
I don't know. He just disappeared again mid sentence. He's just I don't know if he's having issues with his internet or what. But yeah, you owe me one, man. I tried to keep it together. I don't have anybody to play off of. It's fucking impossible. I was gonna resort to reading Movie Bob's book, dude, just to have
Hey man, at
something
least
to
you would have
fucking
gotten some
say.
laughs.
Yeah. Honey Badgers raised over $1,000 for legal funds. Oh, good. It's good. It's good. But yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, you know what? We don't have an audience, so it's not like it was too bad. But yeah, it was a little bit of a trouble, there. But you know what, man? We should probably call this show a 1.5 hour thing.
Yeah, sounded like a good idea.
Yeah, just because I mean it's your birthday, you should go do some shit, and I'm not in a really good place, and I think we've kind of run through our topics, and I mean,
what we could have come up with for topics, and like again, I was out
right,
all the fucking day today, so I really didn't have time to line anything up. So
right, and it would have been actually completely reasonable for you to say, you know what, it's my birthday, I'm gonna just skip the show this week.
yeah. But I'm a giver, guys.
Yeah. This is the present he's giving you on his birthday, okay? The present of fucking unpreparedness and me rambling on for fucking 45 minutes. Fine total, I'm sure. I would be surprised if anything I've said has approached anything remotely resembling coherence at this point.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up then.
All right.
You guys enjoyed the show, which you did. Fucking enjoyed it. Click the subscribe button up in the top of no, that's for me at the top one. I don't fucking know. Just click the subscribe button. Click the like or the thumbs up for the like. Leave some comments down below.
You know how you
share it with your friends. Yeah, they're all the basic shilling things. Do that for me. That's awesome.
It's his birthday. Shill harder.
Shill harder than you've ever shilled before. Make sure you guys check out. Tomorrow we're gonna try and Retro Wars it up, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be a disaster though because I can't focus for shit. So. And I just wanted before we go to give a shout out to Marco because it's not spurging out, dude. It's just fucking. It's not called spurging. Like I think somebody was somebody spurging out would actually fucking be able to maintain a fucking reasonable, a reasonable show. I was freaking out because all of a sudden I'm here alone. Fucking John took off. Rye went off to get himself booze or something, and I'm just like, motherfucker. If I had topics to talk about, I would have been okay. But no, I wanted to give a shout out to Marco for sticking around and watching the show and throwing some topics out there for us.
Yeah, man, you kept us going tonight, Marco. We owe you a lot.
Yeah. But have a good night, Marco. Anyway, continue with your thing there, right?
Yeah, make sure you guys check out Daryl's shit. Everything's in the description below for both of us.
And someday there'll be content there.
Yeah. Tomorrow we're gonna try and do another Retro Wars video. We don't know if it'll be up tomorrow night or whatever, but just keep an eye out for that. We'll make sure we tweet about it too. So just keep an eye on Twitter feeds.
We're gonna have to really kind of spend some time prior to the show getting that set up because the technical difficulties of doing a Genesis recording was what led me to lose my fucking.
Well, remember what did it is we did the Game Genie shit. Remember that happened? That's when you lost your recording. Remember?
Yeah. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll make sure it's working.
This time, we won't even got to worry about it because we're not Game Genieing anything. Everything will be in the first couple levels of each game. So
right. Okay. But yeah, we'll
we should have a episode recorded tomorrow.
Yeah, if you want to watch and see how bad I suck at Super Mario Brothers 3, go ahead and watch last week, or not last week, but episode 1 of the Retro Wars.
Yep.
And
I'll get my side of that up soon.
But you can watch me do terrible at Minecart Carnage for Donkey Kong, and what was it? What's Super Mario Brothers? Yeah.
I just came up with a solution.
Old games.
I'm going to take your Aladdin footage from your video, and then I'm just going to put a little fucking disclaimer over it that says, here's watch Rise footage again, because I don't know where the fuck mine is.
That works.
Yeah. I
we're not monetizing that video because it has Nintendo property on it, so we really can't.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? One of these days, we'll be able to.
We'll upload Nintendo property anyway. We're gonna monetize it, get it pulled down, and then we're gonna yell about it for 15 minutes.
The Angry Joe method.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we'll get news coverage on all kinds of the websites that we hate. It'll be golden, dude. It will be good.
Yeah. And then we'll be totally fucking we'll be stars, man. We'll have sold our souls to the devil for your benefit.
And then Total Biscuit will be on our show. Anyway.
Right.
Thanks for
then it'll be on our show.
Tune in, guys. Make sure you guys check out next week as well.
Yep. Thanks for joining us.